Hey guys, we're back, and I've been on a kick lately of showing off some of my personal storage solutions for some of my games that have quite a bit of components in there, and thought I would show off my one for Xia Legends of the Drift System. Now this one includes everything in there for the base game of Xia and the expansion Embers of a Forsaken Star, and soon to be the Missions and Powers expansion, which is just cards. Actually planning on getting the Meeple Reality Xia Station, which is an awesome insert that they designed, fits right in the core box, and looks cool to boot, as well as being very functional and showing off all of the different components. And they were out of production for a while because they were making a couple changes to the card tray to accept the new Missions and Powers expansion, so I don't have one yet. Actually was trying to get one last year and didn't get a chance to, and then they stopped production while they were doing the changes. So it's supposed to go on pre-order very soon, if not already on pre-order by the time this video is up. So check that out. I'll put a link in the description if you want to see more about that, and throw a picture in here too so you can see what I'm talking about. It's a really cool looking insert that holds everything, as well as having functional trays that you can use during the game. So really excited to get my hands on those, but for now I'll open this up and show you guys what I'm using right now. My original intention was to build an entire foam core insert for the game, but with the Xia Station coming out at the time, I decided to go with that instead, so I did a very minimal thing in here. But got my FAQ there, the rule books, solo rules. So underneath here is when we get into our trays. We have a tray here that has all of our system tiles, as well as this can actually hold, I think, 4 or 6 of the extra tiles from the dev kit, and then the market economy board in there. It's hard to get these out with one hand. So you got that off to the side. We have a tray here for all of our resources. It actually planned on making more trays to go under this, but that was about the time when I found out about the other insert and kind of stopped working on this. It's nice because this can go right on the table while you're playing and take your resources from there. Next we have our outfit tray. And this one actually go either way here, but it has all the different outfits split up. Easy to grab. There's little thumb notches to grab out whatever you want out of all of them. They all fit interlocking. Ideally I would have put some more spacers in between some of them, but this saved space putting them this way, and still makes it easy enough to get whatever it is you're looking for. If you don't want to make your own tray like this, there is a person, I think on Etsy or Makerspace or one of those, that makes some really cool 3D printed trays. Stick an image in there. And they're reasonably priced. They fit easily in the box, and they're one for each outfit there, and you can throw them right on the table and take your outfits out of those throughout the course of the game. Next we have our cards, and again this is where I found out about the other insert and kind of stopped putting effort into it. This was originally, I think, my system tile holder, and then I cut it down when Embers came out, and right now it's just got dividers in between the various types of cards there. All sleeved though. Then we got this for our coins. And I have the 1,000 coins in here. And you just throw that on the table. Originally I kept all the coins in there, but now I keep them separate, and I put the 5,000 coins are in this bag here. And I just dump them in the lid while we play. That way you can have easy access to both. Not sure what I'm going to do when we get the 2,000 coins that are coming with the Missions and Powers, but I'll figure something out. This bag actually has my exploration tokens. I've put them all in coin cases to keep them from getting wear, because they get tossed around and flipped a lot. It also makes it harder to get them marked, because sometimes you get a little bit of wear on one, and then everybody who plays your game a lot will know, oh, well, that one with the worn corner, that's a plasma cube, so you know you can pick that up and it's safe, and so on. these kind of keep that from happening. They were cheap enough, and they're like a perfect fit for them too. Next we have this tray, and this still has the label on it even. I just picked these up. This flips open. Top part of it here snaps right off, and you just leave this on the table with all of your damage crystals in it throughout the course of the game. It snaps back on. So fits in there perfectly. Then we have our event tokens and the relics. Haven't figured out a good storage solution for them in here yet. As I said, I kind of gave up on this halfway through because I plan on getting the Xayah station. So I just keep those in the regular bag tucked in the side. I also kept some of the original exploration tokens that have the fame points on them. And I use these to mark various things on the map that may be giving fame points. Most notably are the gates. Before you've used the gate and gotten the fame point for it, it's open up for grabs. So we'll put these on there to remind people that it's up for grabs. Of course, I have a pen in there for my solo play so I can keep track of my records. All the player boards and the scoreboard right on top there. Again, the original printing of Xayah, the player boards were a lot thicker, so I'm not sure if they'll actually fit on here. I think they're thin enough that you can still stack them on there. And then last we have a Plano case. I actually bought this specific one just for this by a recommendation of someone on BGG. And in it, I have all my dice, everything you need to play a faction separated into their own bags. I have 6 of those, one for each of the base players, just to have it all pre-set and ready. And then I have my ships lined up in here by tier. Your tier 3, tier 2, tier 1 ships. Then the NPC ships are in here, and the Comet tokens. I even have an NPC token in there, which I use for the score tracker board when I'm playing single player. But that works perfect for those for now. If you don't want to spend the extra money for the insert, I suggest at least grabbing one of these. It made things so much easier having everything already separated out like that. But anyway, that's a quick look at my storage solution for Xayah. As I said, I plan on getting the Xayah station as soon as they become available again. But for now, this does the trick. As I said, I had a couple other ideas. I could have gone in a little bit more depth in this, but I gave up halfway through when I found out that insert was coming out, and then I delayed myself in buying it, and then it was unavailable for a while. But everything fits in here nice and neat, and there's actually even some extra room, so you could put more stuff in here if you needed to. Like I say, even some of this stuff just kind of gets tossed in there. So there's plenty of extra room for whatever odds and ends you may want to add to yours. Our system tray back in there. All of our books. And we're back good to go. Definitely need some kind of storage solution for this game other than what came originally with it. What came with it works right up until you sleeve your cards or you add in the expansion stuff. Then you start having more system tiles that'll fit in the insert. You run out of room because you get those extra 3 ships and the comets and the station. Lots of odds and ends that just no longer fit, so you need something. And having the trays for the resource commodities and for the outfits is a huge help. So if anything, pick up something to use for those. Having the damage tokens in a nice easy tray that you can throw right on the table also helps. As I said, the 3D printed ones that I mentioned, put a link in the description for those, are really helpful. If you don't want to go the full route and get the Meeple Reality one, which again, that's also in the description. And plenty of other player-made ones that are probably even more in-depth than mine. I've seen people, instead of using the plain old box for the ships, even design their own ship holders. And that's awesome. I just, like I said, went halfway on this and then gave up. So there's so many other things you can do. There's a lot of ideas out there, but I just thought I'd share with you at least where I was headed with mine before I stopped on it. Hope you found it helpful and informative. And leave a comment below if you have some better idea for some of these things or another storage solution out there. Surprised Broken Token hasn't actually come out with one for it yet. I think we mentioned it to him a long time ago, but there just wasn't enough interest at the time. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for our look at my Xia Legends of a Drift System storage solution. And I'll probably do another video, hopefully in the next couple months, when I get my Xia Station, and show you what that looks like and how it goes together and what the final result of that is. And I've seen some really cool designs people did with painting them. I might paint the insides of the ship box ones with the matching colors for the tiers. Something like that, just to make it interesting. But have to get mine first, figure out what I'm going to go from there. And keep an eye out for that, hopefully before the end of the year. Crossing my fingers. Anyway, as always, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.